Bilal Abdus Salam is my name. I've been in Islam over 50 years. And what I love about it is that it purifies you if you put something in it. You know, like you obey the laws of which the Almighty Allah has given us and follow in the footsteps of the Holy Prophet Muhammad Sadiq because he's the guide for all of mankind. And so to be like him, you know, you will have to really struggle with it. You know, because Allah says in the Quran, you think you come before me and not be tried. So you know Iblis is going to be there to try to slow you down and take you away from that love. You know, so this is why I love Islam, is because you whenever you struggle to get close to the Almighty Allah, you know, then things work out good in your favor because Allah will be with you. In other words, there's nothing, he's not going to put a burden on you that you can't bear. You know, a lot of people say things and say, well, it's a heavy burden. It's not that heavy, you know, because you're doing the right thing and you're seeking that love of the Almighty Allah. I became Muslim in 1960, and up until today, I'm still trying to figure out why was I led to meet this friend of mine. We was in the military together to just talk about religion, you know, and maybe it becomes because the prayer that I used to say when I was a Christian was, oh God, show me to your religion, the religion that you have given to all of mankind, that's for everybody. Maybe those prayers have been answered when he led me up to this brother. He knows step by step when I went to him. And he started talking to me about what Islam was all about. You know, and I had no questions. I just asked him what was he into, what kind of religion this was. And then when the first thing he said, when he said that Islam was a universal religion, you know, that really struck me because this is what I've been praying for, God to show me the religion that He has created for all of mankind. And so I listened to him for about a couple of hours, and then I wanted to accept it. And he said, oh, brother, well, you know, you do a little bit more studying than you. And I said, brother, what you told me already, I said, I believe in that. That's it. You know, so he gave me a shahada. And so when I took the shahada with him, I started studying with him, and I started doing everything up there at his store. He was on 22nd and Columbia, 24th and Columbia Avenue, where he had stores. He was a businessman, actually, and he knew all he did was did business and bought houses and stuff of that nature. But he was the kind of guy that was really pushful, forceful person, you know, and he loved Islam. But he was reading a book one day, which was the Quran, and in that book it had Ahmadiyya. That's when I asked him what that was, and what is Ahmadiyya? And he said, well, these are some people who think they're Muslim, but they're not Muslim. I said, well, what you doing reading the Quran? What you doing reading the book? He said, they write good books. You know, so I told him to show me where those people was at. And so he said, if you go over there, don't come back here. You know, so I said, I got to find out for myself what this is all about. And so I did find a person who was Ahmadiyya. And this is where I met Brother Munir at, in the same bookstore that Haji Talib had on Girard Avenue, 52nd and Girard Avenue. Well, Munir used to go up there and get books from him and buy books because Munir liked to read a lot. And the first time I walked into the store, that I saw this great big picture coming in the store of the Prophet Messiah. And I asked about who was the Prophet Messiah. And the brother said, well, he's the second coming of Christ. That was another thing that really struck me. I didn't know Muslims believed in the second coming of Christ. So this brother explained to me the Islamic, the Ahmadiyya version of the second coming of Christ and who this man was. And I accepted him right off. After he finished talking to me about it, I had no questions, but I accepted it. You know, and so he gave me some literature on it. You know, he said the same thing about, you know, before you accept this, you know, do some reading. So I did a lot of reading, and one day I stayed with him for almost a couple of months. But then one day he closed his bookshop up. It was 23 of us. We was left out in the cold when brother Munir said, okay, I'm going to take you out to the place where I'm Ahmadiyya. And so I said, okay. So we all went down 19th in South Street. That's where the Ahmadiyyat was at the time. Right there at 19th and South. And there was a brother named Abdul Rahman, an older brother. He'd been there for a while. He came from the Marcus Garvey area. That's where he came out of into Ahmadiyya. And we sat down and we talked with him, and we all took by it right there. And the missionary came down from Washington, D.C. a week later, and talked to us about Ahmadiyya. And that's how I first became an Ahmadiyya. And all of the books I used to read, and I found out they was much better than any book that I read as far as Islam is concerned. Because, I felt like I was gaining knowledge instead of losing knowledge. Like when I was a Sunni, I seemed like I didn't get too far in my understanding of Islam until I came into Ahmadiyya. And ever since I've been here, spirituality elevation has seemed to be growing, and I said if I ever find anything better than this, that's where I'm going. In 52 years, I haven't found nothing better than this. And I hope the Almighty Allah give me another 57 years in here so I can see this thing grow in this country. That's my basic thought right now, is to see how Islam catches on, to in this country right now, because this country needs it. Because everything that you see and read in these papers is not truly Islam. Like this ISIS thing, who's coming in and trying to disturb Islam. Like all these things they're putting on, these people writing on the side of the bus that the killing of the Quran says the killing of the Jews and all that. There's nothing in the Quran like that. These people could never come up with anything to show us in the Quran where the Almighty Allah said kill the Jews. The Jews lived under the ruling of the Muslim. That was the best time in their life. Because when they was in Spain, they did what they wanted. The Muslims didn't bother with them. But when the Christians took over in Spain, what did they tell them? Get out. They ran them out. Islam is such a beautiful religion, and the way they keep talking about the way Islam don't like the Jews and don't like it. There's nothing in Islam like this. Nothing in the Quran like this. I don't know why people keep trying to say things about Islam that they don't really or truly understand. Islam is the kind of religion that's not hard to understand. It deals with your psyche, because it tells you everything that Allah talks about is the truth. When the truth hits you, it makes you feel good about things. Makes you feel good about life. In other words, when you hear what true Islam is all about, the only question you have is how can I get more of this? Because this is the way Islam deals with you. Because we are part of everything that we see in this universe. And once you come into Islam, you start understanding these things that you are a part of. And this is how you start learning where your God is and what He does for you. And so to be a Muslim, is to try to change the outcome of the way things are going in this life. A lot of Muslims now, only thing they think about now is how could I get some business started. Hey, that's good, that's well and good. The first thing you want to do, you want to try to get these people to understand what Islam is all about. That's the main thing. Because what good is business if this whole system is going to be destroyed? And that's what's happening. That's what it's coming to. This ISIS incident, this is nothing. This is something that to show you that Islam is a religion that goes around killing innocent people. This is what the people's trying to put in your mind. And to follow this, and for young people to get into Islam and say, oh, well, I'm going to help ISIS because I'm helping Islam. No, you're not. You're not helping Islam. You're killing yourself. And Allah is going to punish these people for this. Trust me, it will happen. Pretty soon something terrible is going to happen to those people who are doing these things against the will of Allah. The Holy Prophet Muhammad Sadiq Awardee, when he came, he brought peace into the world. He didn't bring all this killing. And the Muslims only fought a defensive war. They never fought an offensive war. They fought because people jumped on them, and they fought back. And when the people who jumped on them, they started beating up on them, then they said, well, we want to talk peace, and the Muslims would stop, and they started talking peace. That's the way Islam is. It tells you about that. You know, and so this is what Islam is all about. If you want to learn about true Islam, the Ahmadiyya movement in Islam, the ones who are following the footsteps of the Holy Prophet Muhammad Sadiq Awardee, and following in the ways that his deputy have came in our era in order to teach us what Islam is all about. This is the second manifestation of Islam. We are in it. We are converts. We are the ones who the Prophet have brought this message to. I don't care whether you're Sunni, Shia, or whatever kind of Islam you accept before. You got it because the Ahmadiyya movement brought it here to the Western world. And when they brought it here to the Western world, that's when Islam began to be spread. And so that's where the advancement of Islam in the Western world got started. So this is what people should try to understand, and people should try to learn about this religion. And that's it.